Sometimes I find myself sitting behind the wheel of the car thinking, enough. Enough with the bickering, enough with the chauffeuring, the gas guzzling, the bumper to bumper. Enough with the gum wads stuck between cracker crumb crevices where nice leather seats used to be. Enough, I say, enough. Sometimes I find myself staring at my reflection in the mirror thinking, enough. Enough with the wrinkles, the puffiness, and the sleep-deprived eyes. Enough with the loose skin and the unstoppable gray hairs. Enough with the laugh lines that look anything but happy. Enough, I say, enough. Sometimes I find myself standing in front of an open refrigerator thinking, enough. Enough with the meal prep, morning, noon, and night. Enough with the picky eater, the slow eater, the dirty dishes, and the lack of counter space. Enough with finding the unachievable balance of nutritious and kid-approved. Enough, I say, enough. Sometimes I find myself gazing at photos of tropical beaches and secluded getaways thinking, enough. Enough with the perpetual ticking clock. Enough with the steady stream of demands, the dust bunnies, and the missing library books. Enough with the needs of others that never seem to be satisfied. Enough, I say. Enough. But then something happens to pull me out of my negative abyss and set my head on straight. I arrive home from a school meeting, a meeting that every fiber in my body wanted to skip, but I went because being informed is one of my parental duties. I creep into the house praying they'll all be asleep. My husband, Scott, greets me with an apologetic smile. Avery was really sad, so I told her you'd kiss her goodnight when you got home. I huff, I sigh, and then I climb the stairs with lead feet, my energy suddenly depleted. I open Avery's door softly. The light from the hall spills into her darkened room. I see tear-streaked cheeks that are still wet. With a visible sigh of relief, she smiles and wipes her face, clearly embarrassed by her state of duress. I don't like it when you're not here to tuck me in, she offers as if her breakdown needs explanation. I open my arms and hold her for a moment, and like an overextended inner tube stretched beyond capacity, my child is the key to releasing all that is pent up. I feel the pressure slowly seep from my body as my shoulders begin to relax. There's something on your bed, she calls as I bid her goodnight. I promise to go look, but my thoughts are focused solely on taking off my uncomfortable shoes. But it is there, on my pillow, waiting for me. A note in sublime kid penmanship. It reads, I'm glad you are my mom. Suddenly, powerfully, salty tears begin streaming down my face, and I am reminded, if I am not here for the bickering and the battles, I am not here for the hugs and the hallelujahs. If I am not here for the gray hairs and the grown-up worries, I am not here for the giggles and the growth. If I am not here for the kitchen table sweeping and serving, I am not here for the dinner time prayers and praises. If I am not here for the temperature checks and the teddy bear retrieval, I am not here for the blanket tucking and the nighttime talks. If I am not here for the upheavals and the breakdowns, I am not here for the high hopes and the healing hands. Sometimes when I say enough, I forget it has two sides. My life's little joys, like morning hugs, sweet lips, and mispronounced words, are the soft side of enough. They are the cool side of the pillow on a sleepless night. In one turn, these little blessings soothe away the bad, the draining, and the ugliness of my life. These small, loving gestures are enough. Enough to get me back up to do it all again tomorrow. And although sometimes I find myself thinking, it's hard to be here today, when it comes right down to it, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Thank you.